Hi, I'm Margaret Martin, registered physical therapist, and I'm here to help you age stronger through exercise. Today's episode, we are going to cover scapular neutral positioning. Scapular, that's the anatomical name for our shoulder blades. So when it comes to our shoulder blades, just like it came to our pelvis, the position of our shoulder blades is going to dictate the health of all the muscles, 17 for each shoulder blade. It's going to dictate their health. So, if we're holding our shoulders forward, we've got a whole lot of muscles that we're either shortening or lengthening or vice versa. So how do you find your neutral shoulder blade position? Well, I'm here to help. It's been my experience with people coming into my clinic and in my yoga classes that I teach that probably about 75% of people that I see have no idea that they are totally in control of the position of their shoulder blades, and that they can, with exercise and through movement, strengthen the muscles that are attached to their shoulder blades, and also learn to keep their shoulder blades in neutral positioning when doing planks, side planks, bicep curls, and all of this is so very critical to having stronger shoulders. So I'm glad you could join me today, and let's start exploring. So just as we were exploring everything else from episode 1 onwards, we start with our posture. Feet are going to be hip width apart. You're grounding down through the 6 points, base of big toe, fifth toe, center of your heels. Even through the right and left, your knees are soft. You now know how to find your nice neutral pelvic position. You're going to elongate your ribs from your pelvis because your shoulder blades sit resting on your rib cage. So having a nice rib cage position is the first step to having a better shoulder blade position. All right, so there are 2 anatomical terms that we use for movement of the shoulder blade. One is protraction and the other is retraction. So protraction, as you notice, is when the shoulder blades go apart from one another, and retraction is when the shoulder blades squeeze the ends of the shoulder blade and the sides of the shoulder blade towards one another. So just take an opportunity, whether you're sitting or standing, to explore that movement that you're able to create. Now you might notice right now that you're having to move your arms forward a lot to go forward and back. But even if I glued my arms by my side, you would see the tips, because the head of my shoulder blade is, or the glenoid fossa, the little part of the shoulder blade that communicates with the head of the humerus. If I bring that forward, the head of my humerus or my arm bones goes forward, or the head of the humerus and my arm bones go back. So whether you're seeing that from the front or the back, you're going to see that motion occur. Lovely. Now I would like you to be able to do that motion with your arms not glued to your side. So take the moment that you need to find a chair, find a tabletop, the back of your sofa, something to rest your arms in front of you. Great, so your arms are away from your body, and now you're going to do the same motion. Protraction and retraction. Let's do that twice more. Protraction and retraction. Lovely. One more time. Protraction and retraction. Now some of you might have found that you're still drawing your elbows into your body each time, or bending your elbows as you retract. And that's really normal at first because we're just not used to dissociating the movement of our arms and the movement of our shoulder blades. So to invite you to learn to do that, we're going to extend the arms on the surface that you've been resting your hands. So I want you to have nice straight elbows or extension of your elbows. And now with extension of the elbows, here's your challenge, is keep your elbows straight as we go through the same motion. And we're going to do 3 repetitions. So nice breath in. And blow as you protract. Inhale as you retract. Blow as you protract. Inhale, retracting. And once more. And retract. Nicely done. All right, take a little break. Now, that movement of protraction, retraction is so critical to the health of the shoulder blades and to the health of the shoulders and the upper body that when I worked in spinal cord, and I say this to my clients that come here, that all these young men, and mostly it was men, that became paraplegic or a low quadriplegic, they needed for survival for the rest of their lives to have very strong shoulders, to be able to, live life from a wheelchair. And that was the very first exercise we taught them. And the way in which we taught them that exercise was lying on their forearms. And so I'm going to demonstrate that for you. And I invite you to do the same. So to limit the amount of extension so you're not feeling a lot of compression in your back, you could place a pillow under your pelvis and with your elbows directly underneath your shoulders, forearms resting on the floor, we're going to go through that motion with 3 more repeats. All right, so let's do it together. Breath in. Exhale as you protract. Inhale. Feel the shoulder blades come together as your spine sinks down into that space. Exhale, press the floor away from you. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades back and together. Exhale, press the shoulder blades away from you. And inhale, shoulder blades back and together. Lovely. Now, if your body is still not totally sure, there's one more position that I often will introduce to my clients, and that is lying on either a half foam roller or on a firmly rolled blanket. And you want that to be resting underneath your entire spine and your pelvis. So you're going to get it all the way down to your coccyx and all the way just above your head. From this position, with your spine in nice alignment over your roll, we're going to extend the arms to the sky, and we're going to repeat 3 more times. So let's take a nice breath in and exhale, reaching to the sky. Inhale, drawing the shoulder blades down around the roller or around your roll blanket. Exhale, reaching to the sky. Inhale, draw it back. And once more. Aim to keep the elbows extended or straight. And then one more time as you draw back. Beautiful. Fully relaxed now. Now, I don't expect you to be all totally proficient just at the end of this, 8 minutes of protraction and retraction movement. But as you work through this, even as you're, doing work over the sink, over, the woodworking bench, and you're like, where are my shoulder blades right now? If you're in a yoga pose or in your, in a table pose on hands and knees, kind of explore, where are my shoulder blades right now? So just as we found our neutral pelvic position, your neutral shoulder blade position is somewhere between you being fully protracted and you being fully retracted, and that's your neutral shoulder blade position. It is going to be the position that allows you to be strongest through the shoulders, that allow the muscles to support you at their optimum length, 4 activities that require stability through the shoulder. Your planks, your initial setup for your push-ups, your side plank, one single arm could be have that shoulder blade in a nice neutral position. So for anything that requires a lot of upper body stability, when you're doing bicep curls, you don't want to be pulled forward, etc., etc. So in life, knowing where your shoulder blades are positioned is just as important as knowing where your pelvis is positioned. So with that, I sign off. If you'd like this video, please subscribe below, and if you click on notifications, you won't miss any future videos. To learn more about getting a full exercise program on aging stronger and for stronger bones, click on Exercise for Better Bones in the description box below. Thank you for joining me today. Have a lovely day.